Hello and welcome. Today it's very much the Battle of the Bricks as we put Legoland Dubai up against the Lego house in Billund, Denmark, which is known as home of the bricks. The big screen is Dubai, the small one is Billund. On the minute, every minute they rotate around each other. But this is a direct comparison of how you get given your own special edition Lego brick or bricks, depending on where you're at. Now, the Lego factory is a much larger, oversized scale of what we are seeing in Billund as well. So it's a direct comparison because in Billund, we'll get to do a full 360 of the actual machine. And if you follow it closely enough, you can then actually catch the bricks that you've seen from start to finish. Whereas this, it is on a sort of a amusement park scale, and you can just see it with a tour guide, and they'll tell you exactly from one process to another. And it is on a much, much larger scale. Obviously, it is slightly different because it is made from an amusement park, but there is a brick molding machine in the tour because obviously you have to get your bricks from somewhere. So you're going to have to keep your eyes peeled for that one. But we're starting off with the history of the company in the tour, which is basically what the history is all about at the Lego house. So as we're walking through, you'll see that there's a history collection where you can walk down the stairs and there's a good tour down in the basement where it has all the history of the company and all of the Lego sets as well. Now, those red things, they are the 6 Lego bricks. There are over 10 million different combinations of putting those together, and that is what you get given at the end of this Lego house tour. So as we're panning around, you will see that there is a machine where you can scan your wristband. You'll get given a card. On that card, it will have all of your memories of the day, and it will also give you a lucky dip number of between 1 and 10 million with the pattern on of your own unique challenge where you have to put 6 bricks together, and then you can carry on building them any way you want to. So those are the machines where you can scan it and you get given your card. You can see there's a pile of bricks ready for people to take, and you can see where they drop down. And the green thing that we're about to have a look at now, where it's just gone to small, you can buy that exclusively from the Lego shop inside the Lego house. So the Lego house does have a lot of exclusive sets. So we are about to start. Basically, the tour now has already started at the one in Billund, so we can see where we're at now walking around the machine. If you start following the piping, it all starts with dust, basically. And then it all carries on. You've got all the different granules and everything like that. And as we do a full 360 of the big green machine, you can then follow the conveyor belts of the brick of where they get crushed, they get spat out, they then get up a little elevator type thing, and then they get put into a packet, and then it sort of goes around and you can catch the packet. Now, those red stairs is somewhere where you would normally go up for the tour, so you can then get a really nice photo of the whole factory before you come back down the steps again. But because, like I said, I was the only one there, they'd actually block the stairs off because it was that quiet. But you can see here it's starting at number 1, and this is the granule distributor, which is exactly what we are looking at now at the one in Billund as well. So it is a basic like for like, but just on a much larger scale. So obviously all this piping and everything that they've got up in the ceiling of the sort of the one at Legoland is all there for show, but it is very, very good that you can just walk around, you can get loads of photos, you can just see everything in great detail. But if you want to start following the bricks round and you can come up, you can then start following everything on the conveyor belt as it comes round, and then you can catch your bricks if you want to. So what we're looking at in the big screen is just the one machine. If you look at the bottom now, we're going to be looking at the machine in Dubai as well, and you can see it's basically telling you what we are seeing currently. You can then see in the small one that there'll be a little screen, because like I said, they do have to make their own bricks because you do get given special bricks. And obviously, depending on how many people come through the tour, there will be somebody actually working the machine behind the barrier. And it's really, really interesting to see the process because you can see what we're seeing now, but just from a little bit of a further detail. But they don't have all of these extra conveyor belts where you can then follow the process round, grab the actual bricks itself. So it is really, really interesting to see just the large scale version. So you can see there they've just dumped in a load of Duplo bricks because I don't know where they get done, to be honest with you. I'm not 100% sure, but you do have the opportunity for 6 Lego bricks or 6 Duplo bricks. But here you can see that pack has just come out. It comes up all the way up, and then if you want to, you could have followed that right from the beginning, and as it comes down, it gets spat out. You can then catch it if you want to, and then that would be the packet just there that you can take away with you. So that's where it gets dumped in. As we flip over to Dubai, we're in the exact same thing. So you can see it's got the little bit of the process at the back. The only thing it's missing is the extra bit where they put them in packets. It just goes into this thing printing, well, their version of. So this is obviously for us to visually see. And then you can see now it's really cool to do it look like it's supposed to go all the way up into the sky, which then takes you to the next bit. You've got the different colors, loads of photo opportunities. It's very, very good for adults and small ones alike. Just get a load of photos and everything like that. And it just tells you in great detail everything basically that we've just seen. And then when the tour finishes, like I said, you then get given your brick. But if you were to follow it by eye all the way through, it just looks like it's one massive factory. But it also has, on this one, it has got a printing mechanism, which is obviously the one that they don't have in Billund, because it gives you it on the packet itself, so you can actually see how, or the process it would be that they use for the actual printing itself. And I think it is a really, really nice thing. But you can see the yellow on the floor where you can just zigzag around. It is on a huge scale, obviously, the one in Dubai, but I think it is very, very effective. They don't have one of these at Windsor, which is a little bit of a shame. I think this would be a really nice thing if they were to add one of these in, and then you can start collecting all the special edition of bricks from around the world. Right, the Billund video has finished because it was only a short tour. We've got the rest of this tour to go, and then we've got a little bit of the shop at the very, very end. So you can see there, that is all about the printing. That does move and rotate around, and again you can see what we've just seen in Billund as well, but they've obviously used the yellow bricks rather than the red in that one. That is obviously not moving, but I do believe actually what they do is that they will turn the animatronics on as such, because obviously it's a working thing, but it's not a working thing because it's just in stages. But when it is busy, they do turn on. You can see all these little different bits and pieces move, and obviously you can imagine that some of these would have to work again to be able to get the bricks to give to everybody, because I don't know how many people would do this tour in a day, but I would imagine they would need to print quite a few off, because they'll be in big groups, and people specifically come in here just to get the brick. They'll literally just walk straight through. They won't look at anything that I'm looking at now. They get given the brick at the end. Thank you very much. And then that is that. But like I said, the difference is that you don't see where the bricks get spat out. You're supposed to follow it round and kind of see where it's supposed to go, because obviously you're supposed to see all of these bits now move up around the piping, but it is actually only in a drawer that you get given, or on this day it might have actually just been in a box and then you could have just taken one. I've come here twice, and I have had two different bricks. So depending on when you come, like I said, it will have its own special edition print on as well. I did actually manage to get over here once for its birthday. So like I'm talking about Dubai's birthday, and it was a really cool thing because they had their own special edition brick celebrating the birthday of Dubai itself, which again, that's a nice cool thing because it does come in its own little cellophane wrapper, and it's just a nice thing to look at. But if you have been to either Legoland Dubai or the Lego house in Billund, Denmark, let us know what you think. Did you enjoy walking around? Let us know what you think of the theme park. Now, there's lots and lots of different comparison videos that I'm currently putting together. So we're going to do the shops. I've already done a park tour of Windsor and Dubai as well, or Billund and Dubai, shall I say. And we've also got the mini land of Billund and Dubai. There's lots and lots of different bits and pieces coming. There's a direct comparison of Ninjago available as well from Windsor and Billund. So I'm trying to get to all the different theme parks around the world, and then I can put these comparison videos together. But if you follow that across the green, then it's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to say that it's then getting jumped down into section number 5, and then what you're supposed to do, you can then just pick up your own bricks, which on this occasion they have just got there, and you can just pick one of those up. That's what that looked like. So that had the date on a Lego Factory of 2022 because it wasn't at the time for its birthday, and then just turn around and then you can just skedaddle. But that is the full size scale of it. I think it's a really, really nice thing. Like I said, I wish they did have this in Windsor. I do believe they've opened up something like this in one of the American parks, but you sit down on one of the machines and it kind of takes you around. So if anybody has been on that, I think it's the new addition to the one they've added in New York, then please let me know. So there's a little bit of bonus footage now because technically that is finished, that is a tour done, but you do have this. So you have got basically their own version of a minifigs and more store, and we'll have a quick look at the pad wall and stuff that was available at that time. Now, what I did like about Legoland Dubai is that they told you if you wanted to build some bits and pieces, the bricks that you would need to put into the pab cups. And I do like it when the Lego parks do that because you can build special characters, or like you can build like the dragon, for example. So you can see you've got a good selection of a pick a brick. You might have to pause it because I just thought to myself, I'm going to come back here at a different time and I didn't, which was really, really stupid because the expo was on. So instead of me coming back here just to get the 1 or 2 bits and pieces I wanted to slowly, I ended up spending far too long at the expo and couldn't get back in time before the actual theme park had closed, which is a little bit of a shame. But I do want to be going back this year, fingers crossed, and then I can see all of this again. I can just do a big update video, which would be interesting to see how much this park has changed. But guys, I'm going to say it now, if you can like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. Hopefully you've enjoyed the comparison. If you've got any ideas of what else you would like to see, or if you can recommend me a Legoland park, then that would be very, very intrigued to know, because I do want to get to Germany, because Germany should be easy enough for me to get to. I am tempted to go to much further afield Legoland parks as well. I have done Florida before and I absolutely loved it, but that was before I came onto YouTube itself. So I wouldn't mind flying all the way over to America, and I know there are some further afield than that as well. But let us know what your local Legoland park is. Let me know if it does actually have the opportunity for you to get anything special edition, even if it's just the Lego sets in the shops, or if you can get your own special edition Lego brick itself. But that is a good pick a brick. I love the theming on the outside of these buildings. I think they look very, very effective. And you can see actually how this wraps all the way around. This is one of the biggest difference from this park to everything else. And I like how they've got all the piping on the outside that actually matches all the piping on the inside as well. I think that is extremely effective. You can see it is deserted. There is literally nobody here. So I just had the whole thing to myself. Right, guys, that is it. I am done. I think we've got a little bit of bonus footage where I'm going to leave it where we can actually see again just this process, because I think it just looks really, really nice, because that is number 2 that we missed. And I'm just going to wrap it up. I'm going to cut the video off. So, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-da.